time now for one-on-one. Thank you so much for staying with us. Very excited tonight to have with me a big artist. His name is Wyre, at least that's what his stage name is. And his career has seen him move from being part of the trio Necessary Noise to releasing international singles with big artists like Celine and Elaine. So definitely we want to know what Wyre is all about. What did it take to get where he's gotten to? Of course, he's also been a judge on our very own production, Sakata. So really a celebrated artist right here in Kenya and indeed beyond. But before we get to talk to Wyre, let's take a look at some of the work he's done.
She want a man who be faithful. She don't want a man who be so ungrateful. She don't need a love to be painful. More time for your heart, she be grateful.
Why you make me wanna say nakupenda pia pia aha nakupenda pia. You make me wanna say nakupenda pia pia aha nakupenda pia pia pia.
She don't care about me background story and thing. All she wants in life is oneness and thing. Saying to myself, me want this fine thing. Put me give and check to say the right thing. Listen, yeah, let me put a ring on it. Share it to me name, let her make you one call it. Them call me love child, consider me on it. Come in on me tongue, let me show you how me run it. She want a man who be faithful. She don't want a man who be so ungrateful. She don't need a love to be painful. More time for your heart, she be grateful.
Why you make me wanna say nakupenda pia pia aha nakupenda pia. You make me wanna say nakupenda pia pia.
Is it me or your ex-boyfriend? Make a choice, pretty girl, make a choice. Your answer, tell me what be your choice. Make a choice, pretty girl, make a choice. Is it me or your ex-boyfriend? Make a choice, pretty girl, make a choice. Your answer, tell me what be your choice. Make a choice, pretty girl, make a choice. We in a dancehall party, up in the party, we are get fire started. You know you want to come party, tell your friend we have a dancehall party. We in a dancehall party, up in the party, we are get fire started. You know you want to come party, tell your friend we have a dancehall party. You know we have a party, everybody come. Adija nisubiri niwe wako, nikupe mahaba yangu yote, tuwe milele mimi na wewe. Adija nisubiri niwe wako, na 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 na. Ni sababu gani mwanitenda hivi? Uongo mwanenda kunihusu mimi. Amnifahamu hamjui chenye nafanya maishani mwangu nyumbani. Mlijidai eti nyie marafiki, kumbe ndia zenu zilikuwa kunitenganisha na mpenzi wa roho yangu na kuniacha mashakani tabani. And everybody sing chuki ndo naisini kiwaza jinsi mlivyojitolea kuniudhi bila matokeo, yani chuki ndo naisini kiwaza jinsi mlivyojitolea kuniudhi bila matokeo, yani mambo yenu misishughuliki nayo. Mnavyoishi mimi sina hoja nayo. Kinachonihusu si lazima mkifahamu na kushinda mkipiga domo. Mlichotenda kwangu kweli hakifai. Kiwango cha uchungu mlinipa yani. Sina heshima kwenu tena, ukuta wa chuki mlitenga kati minanyi. And everybody sing chuki ndo naisini kiwaza jinsi Livyo dichole akuni uti bila matokeo yani juu hino naisini kiwaza jinsi livyo dichole akuni uti bila matokeo yani.
Hey. Wyre,
hey,
thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for having me.
How are you?
I'm good, I'm good.
Great. I've always, okay, that's Chuki, so it's in Swahili, but
Yeah.
you do a lot of songs in that Jamaican accent.
Yeah, patois.
You say Pondi House.
Pondi.
Where did you pick that accent from? Because it's really quite genuine.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I grew up listening to a lot of reggae and dancehall when I was growing up. My first tape ever, my album was first album I ever owned was a Don Carlos tape.
Right.
After that, I got a Yellow Man tape, and then I got a Shabarangs tape. So it just grew on to me, man. So the more you listen to the music, the more you understand patois.
Oh, great. Okay. The Love Child. Different. First of all, no, Wyre, and you know nowadays there's so much grammar, what do you call it? I don't want to say there's so many grammar Nazis, but then a lot of people would say Wyre, the ones who don't know you perhaps.
Trust me, I've gotten used to it, man.
Yeah, so what is your real name though?
It's Kevin Wyre.
Kevin Wyre.
Kevin Wyre. That's
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And my surname is Ngure. My dad is Ngure, yeah.
Okay, okay. So the Love Child.
Yes.
Why the Love Child? It's stuck, by the way. So, and it's you've called yourself this for a while now, and it's stuck, and I love it.
It started in high school, man. We used to have burnout sessions around my desk. So all the rappers in my stream used to come around my desk and try and see who's the tightest rapper in the stream. And my desk mate used to play the beats with a spoon on his desk. So everybody used to come through with being a hardcore rapper, and I was the only one singing R&B and love songs, and I had a whole book full of love songs. So everybody decided this guy's the ladies' man, the love child. So it stuck.
Interesting. So where was school? Where was this?
I was in Ditches, Dagoretti High School.
Dagoretti High. So you were a smart child.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you touched on your style, and back then guys were doing rap, but you were doing love songs. So how would you describe your style? Because I know you've sang at weddings previously. I know now you're like a big deal. You don't have the time.
No, actually still do.
You still do?
I still do.
Great.
Yeah.
So just so you know, he still does. Yeah, but what is your style right now currently? Because, you know, you do R&B, then you do raga, dancehall.
I'd say mainly I do reggae, dancehall, reggae and dancehall music, but I fuse it with R&B.
Yeah.
That's where the whole sing-jay style. That's what they call it in Jamaica. When you can do dancehall and you can do reggae, you can sing along as well. So you call it more of a fusion, a sing-jay style. But if you give me a Lingala beat, I'll sing on it. I'll do my dancehall flow on it. You give me an R&B beat, I'll still sing on it. So I like being versatile.
And you know, there was once when I was talking to some young artists, and I was talking about the most hardworking artist I know, and I thought, I just said, just straight out of my lips, I said Wyre, because you started with Necessary Noise, with Nazizi.
Yeah.
And you know, you have evolved with time. You're now doing your single solo act, but you've stayed on top of your game. A lot of other artists fizzle out, perhaps don't even have the same staying power. Is it hard work, or what's it taken?
It's I think it's all about knowing your audience and starting the market pretty well. The fans we had when we started out with Necessary Noise have matured and grown. You know what I mean? So you need
and it was with Bamzigi as well, right?
With Bamzi as well.
Yeah.
And that was in 2001. So that audience has grown, and music styles have changed. So you need to be able to change with the styles to stay relevant, because if you're no longer relevant, man, they're going to move on and listen to somebody else. So I think that's one of the main challenges artists are having now, trying to stay relevant in the market.
Right. And your collabos, your one gets the sense that you go out of your way to reach out to these people, or perhaps they reach out to you. There's a time you did with JB that was different, because you know he's Kikuyu, he's like known for one-man guitar and whatever, and you came in and you gave it a fresh new feel. And then with Cecile and Elaine, you know, these are Jamaican big artists. So really, just even you being on the same platform with them and them actually performing with you is a big deal. Let's talk about just reaching out to some of these big stars and, you know, just them agreeing to work with you. What would you say, you know, coerces them or encourages them to work with you?
First of all, I've been trying to hit the international market for the longest time. So one thing I decided is I'm going to try and break the language barrier, try and sing in a language that more people will understand outside East Africa. And the moment I managed to get onto the relationships rhythm, big up G Money for hooking that up, and Arif Cooper, that was one project that had so many international reggae artists on it. There was Collie Buds, there was Cecile, Elaine was on it as well, and Sean Paul was on it as well. So the moment I got onto that album officially, I started getting a lot of airplay in the Caribbean and other places. So whenever I started approaching these artists, they were like, yeah, we know Wyre from the relationships rhythm, because the rhythm language is really big out there, and artists can know each other from that trend. Another thing I believe in is that you learn from every artist I work with. I learn a lot from them. You know what I mean?
So moments of intimidation, like for instance, working with the stunning and very tall Elaine. I mean, and our little sweet Wyre is there and still representing and doing his thing. Case of nerves, or were you just fine?
Okay, first of all, while asking, I said the worst thing they can say is no, and I mean, you'll move on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you'll never know until you ask. What we don't know is that these guys actually listen to a lot of our music.
Really?
These days, once you have a YouTube account, that's it. They're watching you from all over the world. And when she told me she likes my vibe and she liked the demo I sent her, she was like, yeah, I'll voice it and I'll do it. And I was so excited.
Yeah.
So that really opened my eyes, and it got me thinking, I don't want to close my eyes and say I'm going to only sing for East Africa. Let me try and reach for the world if I can, and try and put East Africa on the map outside.
And strategic move on your part as well, because these ladies are stunning. So for sure, one way or the other, your song will be a hit. And Cecile, perhaps, other artists watching you, upcoming artists would, ask, does it require money to work with these big names, or do you just get on together, strike good rapport, and then perhaps what you make out of the proceeds now, split that?
What happens? See, they want to crack Africa as much as we want to enter their market. So like for instance with Elaine, she was like, she likes the vibe, and see, let's do it, because this can create both new opportunities for both of us.
Right.
Well, she was in Uganda late last year, and she performed Nakupenda Pia, and the crowd went crazy.
Yeah.
She did Tanzania as well. It was the same reaction. So
she says it's like an actual Kenyan girl.
I know, she sings it like a Kenyan girl. So for her, it's open for also another market as well, and I'm getting so much more airplay on that side. So I have no regrets at all. If it depends on the approach you give them, and whether they like the vibe and the music in the first place.
Yeah. And looking at you, Wyre, you're one of these artists who is different because you're grounded. You don't have this whole bling thing going on. And I don't know, you're just really different, and you've steered clear of controversy and just managed to focus on what it is that you do. What does it take? For you, what's it taken?
If there's anything I really cherish, it's my private life. And I spend my whole career in front of cameras and stage and stuff. The one thing I cherish when I go back home is me and my family. You know what I mean? So I prefer to keep that out of the limelight. Yeah. I'm hardly out. I don't go out.
You don't go out, yet you dance very well.
I try.
So these moves are learnt in, under the confines of your home.
Well, we started the whole dance thing in high school. Me and Ian and Kuku when we teamed up. So that was bound to happen when the music started as well. Yeah. So we decided. There's one thing we decided just after high school with Ian, was that we're going to try and raise the standards of dance in Kenya. So there's no better way than combining it with the music thing. Yeah, and it came out well.
Yeah, and for you actually sing live. A lot of artists lip sync, and we've seen that even with some big international names. You can also play an instrument at the same time, saying, I know that about you. So really, a lot of young artists look up to you. What would you say is your greatest achievement so far, having come? I mean, this is a career spanning more than 12 years. So clearly, you've been in the game a long time.
Yeah, so it's been a minute. I started recording music in 1996, so we're almost, soon we'll be hitting 20.
Wow.
Yes, I'm feeling kind of old now. But I'd say managing to stay relevant in the market has been, I'm quite happy about that, because I was performing back then with Kalamashaka when we were starting out, and right now we're still with all the new acts like the Bahatis, the Willie Pauls. I'm still here performing, so I'm glad I've managed to stay relevant and grow. My sound has managed to grow. Last year I got nominated for the International Reggae Awards and for Best New International Artist. And I won because I was up against some serious heavyweights, you name it. People I really look up to, Chronix, D Major, Tommy D Sparta. And I won, and Kenyans really voted online for me, and that really made me happy. So that's one of my favorite awards.
And let's talk about your recent nomination. Wyre has received 3 nominations in this year's World Music Awards, am I correct?
Yes.
You've been nominated in the Best Male Artist, Best Entertainer, and Best Live Act categories. He's up against international artists like Chris Brown, Jay-Z, Kanye West, among others. Can you believe this? And anyway, let me just tell you how to vote for him, and we'll run this for you again at the end. To vote for Wyre, go to vote.world. Just look on your screen right now. You'll see those details there. Vote.worldmusicalawards.com. Is that correct?
World Music Awards.
World Music Awards, right. Wow. Okay, vote.worldmusicalawards.com. Vote.worldmusicawards.com. Vote for Wyre, vote for the love child. I was going to say wild child. Clearly you're not.
That's a new one.
Yeah. So, Wyre, you've had plenty of hits over the years. My personal favorite is Chuki, and I don't know why I always give my opinion every time an artist is here. But I really love Chuki, and the message is deep. Had somebody offended you?
Yes.
Really?
That was a true story I'm actually going through. Somebody had really offended me. Tried to mess with my relationship at that point, and I put my feelings on pen and paper, and that's what came out.
Well, I think almost everybody can relate to that, because at some point in our lives as human beings, we just have to go through those turbulent waters, the negativity and all. So well written. I love it. So apart from recording and performing, is there anything else that you do?
I started my own label, Love Child Records. And I've signed on 3 acts. There's a hip-hop act called IT. There's a dancehall artist called Verbal. And there's a bongo flavor artist called B-Man from Arusha. So I'm currently working on the 3 albums. You
have the time? I mean, apart from working on your own hustle.
it gets, my schedule gets kind of crazy once in a while, because you're trying to balance between your career and trying to jumpstart somebody else's career, and have to juggle between that and family as well. So it gets kind of hectic once in a while, but I love the challenge. If there's one thing I want to do is give back to the industry, because honestly, it's been good to me. To be there for quite a number of years, I felt that I need to give back to the industry by nurturing new acts.
Don't say a number of years. When you say a number of years, you give this impression that you're this old man.
I'm feeling it.
Yeah, we all are. Trust me,
I can't jump on stage like I used to.
Yeah, but the thing is, I think because of your resilience and the fact that you keep going at it, I think perhaps this is something, other artists, especially the upcoming ones, can borrow from. The fact that a lot of them get excited when they get a little bit of fame and really forget that in the first place this was all about growth and actually making a name out of this. So for you, is this paying the bills?
It is.
I
wouldn't be doing it if it wasn't.
Yeah, so but then again, we don't see flashiness around you, the big cars, the what have you, the showy behavior.
For me, it's more, it's a passion. This started at a pretty young age. My dad had the largest collection of music in the house, so I got a lot of my influence from him.
Does he sing?
He used to dabble in music. He used to play an instrument, but my uncle was Sammy Mariah.
Oh.
Yeah, and I think my dad. I think my dad made for him his first guitar.
Wow.
So the whole music thing is in the family. My cousin is also a singer, Sammy Mariah's son, Mariah Jr. He does Mugithi as well. My nephew is a dancehall artist.
Hence why it was
called
so easy
Versatile.
to do JB.
So it's more of a musical family, if you ask me.
And going forward, what's your vision for your career? Like you keep saying, you've been at. How old are you, Wyre? Let me just throw that at you.
Moving on swiftly.
No, guys don't dodge on their age anyway. But yeah, moving on swiftly. What's your vision going forward? What are we expecting from Wyre?
I really want to put East Africa on the international map. I want to see us East African artists headlining international reggae festivals.
Yeah.
And I want to put, you know, wave the Kenyan flag high out there. I want to see if I can go for a Grammy nomination, like, you know, after if this goes well with the WMAs. Who knows?
Anything is possible. Look at Lupita, you know, up for an Oscar on Sunday. It's just amazing. It's good to dare to dream. And if you were not Wyre, the love child, what would you be doing? Perhaps is there something that you studied in school aside from this, what you do?
Actually, I studied mass communication. So who knows?
Come join us.
Maybe I'd be the one doing the interview. No.
Really?
Yeah, I did broadcasting and radio production, and radio and TV production as well. So, but this was my passion, and it was the closest thing that I could get to music production. So that's why I studied it.
Okay, so as we wind up, Wyre, I think what I've seen with you over the years is just this spirit that keeps at it. You know, just staying focused and just believing in what it is that you do. Perhaps share with somebody, not necessarily an artist, but a young person watching you right now, on their dream and just keeping at it and just not really giving up even when times are hard, because I know it's not been an easy road for you. It never is for any of us.
I'd say stay principled in life, man. There's a lot of distractions, especially in the music industry. You could easily get swayed and get your focus shifted. So stick to your principle and stick to your guns, and do what you believe creatively as an artist. Don't conform to the industry, because at times an artist can decide, you know what, I have to go commercial because this is what sells. What if it's not you? So it'll be it's like you wearing a mask all through your career, and you're not happy with your sound and your art. So stick to yourself. I believe in God, man. So if there's one thing I truly believe, it's prayer. It does wonders, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's deep, and yet, you know, when we see you dancing with your dark stunners and those girls dancing in your videos, one would imagine a totally different thing, but then not a single scandal or no single controversy to your name. So that's great, and that's huge.
Thank you.
And we've got tweets. Let's take a look at what people are saying to the love child. Let's see. So Wyre again has been nominated, as we wait on those tweets, for an award in 3 categories. He's received 3 nominations in this year's World Music Awards. He's been nominated in the Best Male Artist, Best Entertainer, and Best Live Act categories. Just vote in all, you know. And the link is vote.worldmusicawards.com. vote.worldmusicawards.com. And yeah, I'm made to understand the tweets are running as a scroll, so I'm not really able to see what's on the screen right now, but I can get that from my Twitter, because I know a lot of people are writing into you, Wyre. Let's take a look at that. Somebody here is asking, hey Wyre, keep the fire burning, mob love. Okay, Wyre, did you redub your nephew's song? Wow, okay, I don't know where that's coming from. What is Wyre's take on the current state of local music as opposed to the yesteryears? Wyre, I'm loving you in studio. You're just great. It's Cecile, not Celine. Did I say Celine? Okay, I'm sorry. Did I?
Yeah, you did.
At some point. Okay, you're so amazing, Wyre. You have no beef. So it's all love coming round.
Yeah.
Kenyan artist of all time. Chuki sounds so fresh as always. This is Jerry Wainaina. And finally, kudos to the great work you're doing. Thumbs up. You're a good mentor and a role model.
I think I'll address that thing of that so-called rumor I've had that I stole my nephew's song. No, I didn't. He has a song as well. My latest single is called No More. It's off the romance rhythm. And my nephew also, called Versatile, has a song called No More as well. So when he released his single, and he gave me a call shortly after, "Do you see my video?" I told him, "Yeah, I love it. Tight single." And by the way, I have a single as well called No More.
Yeah.
But let yours run first. I'll release mine later. So some people decided that Wyre has stolen his nephew. So
like
I wouldn't do that, man.
Yeah.
In fact, if anything, I'm a big fan of his. He's an amazing dancehall artist. We've even done a song together. So
Yeah, why would Wyre do that?
yeah, so let the rumors subside.
No, haters gone hate. Anyway, let's take a look at the tweets now. I believe they're up. Yeah, there we go. So this one here says, why are our local artists always shying away from foreign competition? Has Wyre signed with any Kenyan recording studio? At Caroline, yeah, you're saying your songs with international artists are awesome. How do you connect with them? Yeah, Wyre talked on that, yeah. And what are your full names, Wyre? Can you tell us about you being nominated on some awards with Jay-Z and Chris Brown? Yes, we did talk about that. Is it true that you don't smoke or drink? Interesting.
Very true.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's, I think, touch on those two. You don't smoke or drink. That's
don't.
true. Teetotaler. Totally.
Yep.
Wow. All these years. I mean, all these years. For real. In this industry.
That's normally the reaction I get from everyone.
Yeah, because a lot of artists say they need a high to get up on stage, and you're an electrifying performer. You've got these moves. You've got this energy.
Thank you.
So
I don't smoke. I don't drink. I don't need to get high to perform.
So the confidence is innate.
Yeah, I've been performing ever since I was in high school. So my stage fright got finished in high school.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the more you do it, the more you get used to it, the more you want to perfect your art. And
so you never get a case of nerves, and when you do, how do you handle that?
I don't.
Really?
I don't at all. I don't get stage fright at all.
I get
thank
stage
God
fright.
I don't.
Even on the news.
I'm glad I got it in high school. I remember the first time I got into stage, I was in an a cappella group called Soul Pack, and I was sweating. By the time I was done with my show, my shirt was wet all the way down both sides because I was really freaked out. But I got over that. And,
okay, good one. Is there anything we didn't respond to, the tweets? Again, tell them the link to your award so that they can vote. Yeah,
the link is vote.worldmusicawards.com. And I'm nominated in three categories. The first is Best Male Artist, second one is Best Entertainer, and the third one is Best Live Act. A stiff competition, but you know, I've got faith, man. Last time, if the Kenyans made me win the International Reggae Award, I could take this one as well. For sure, for sure. And we wish you all the best. I've been talking to Wyre, the love child. Anything else you'd like to say, Wyre, before we wind up? I just want to say thanks for keeping my career alive all these years, man. I don't take it for granted. Thanks to all the media houses and DJs for playing our music back to back. Thanks to the fans out there. Whenever we're at the shows, you guys are singing our songs back to back. Well, I really respect that, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Respect.
Oh, tear. And I come
and shout out to my family watching back home, man. Respect.
I went to school with Hanifa, by the way. Yeah? Say hi. Hi, Hanifa. Yeah, so anyway, all the best, Wyre, and indeed all the best to your family as well.
Thank you.
Yeah, and yeah, catch him, I believe, on Sakata when we're next back.
Next season, man.
Yeah, next season. That's right. Thank you so much for your time, Wyre. The stage is yours as we close.
It's about that time.
This an uprising, yeah, this an uprising, yeah, this an uprising. For the youths pon the scene, tell them not to lose hope in life. No, you this an uprising, yeah, this an uprising, yeah, this an uprising. For the youths pon the scene, tell them not to lose hope in life. No, you see. Foundation of the future be the only thing, and the focus of the youths, and whether get a youths or the uptown youths, and it no matter strap and yaggedy and boots, and ready now fi burn down corruption, burn drug abuse, and burn negativity in life for the youths. And we no want fuss and fight anymore, and we no want fuss and fight. This an uprising, yeah, this an uprising. Yeah, this an uprising for the youths pon the scene. Tell them not to lose hope in life. No, you see, rising. Yeah, this an uprising. Yeah, this an uprising for the youths pon the scene. Tell them not to lose hope in life, no you see. Your whole life you been talking about the way pundit know you been knocking on the door of success. For the time you not stress, but the pay off it come for all of you working. And you me see the future leader and the future teacher and the future mother and the father of our children. And only you are control where your life goes. Only you are control. This an uprising, yeah, this an uprising. Yeah, this an uprising. Feed the youths on the scene. Tell them not to lose hope in life. No, you this an uprising. Yeah, this an uprising. Yeah, this an uprising. Feed the youths on the scene. We no want no fighting in our yard. Tell them we no want no fighting in our yard. We no want no hate in our yard. Tell them we no want no hate in our yard. We no want no negativity. Tell them we no want no negativity. Hey, we no want fuss and fight anymore. We no want fuss and fight. This an uprising. Yeah, this an uprising. Yeah, this an uprising. Feed the youths on the scene. Tell them not to lose hope in life. No, you this an uprising. Yeah, this an uprising. Yeah, this an uprising. Feed the youths on the scene. Tell them not to lose hope in life. No, you see.